The first question is about the 2012 FDEP report. And how come this county, and you were vice chairman for quite a spell there, how come you didn't do any follow-ups on the FDEP report? 2012 FDEP report? 60 cyanobacteria in there. Some of them known to have subspecies that are known toxins.
60 what? Lady.
If they come to you and show you a Florida Department of Environmental Protection toxicology report showing that there are all sorts of bacteria, cyanobacteria in there, and that they've run out of sample material, why don't you automatically say, let's grab another scoop of water and test it? Why don't you just ask for another scoop of water to be tested?
Yeah.
Now, could you answer my question from October, I believe it was October of 2012, when the FDEP report was given to the county, why was no further testing done? We know that there was no follow-up testing, and your answer is that you're going to check on that now, nearly 2 years later. Why was the county not constantly on top of this? Have you got any answers to that?
I'm not sure what your point is or what answer you're trying to look for. I don't have all that.
Well, it is here and now because have you seen the 2012 toxicology report? Have you seen the 2012 toxicology report?
It's like,
but have you seen the 2012 toxicology report? My point is very clear. And my question is very clear. Have you seen the 2012 FDEP toxicology report? It's a yes or no question.
We've gotten a lot of reports over the last couple of years, Scott. I don't have that report with me.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Example.
We've been told.
So I'm asking you, have you seen that document? You say you haven't, but how could you not see it when she stands there and holds it up and it's delivered to the county?
I'm here to try and help you get some information, and it seems to me that you kind of want to play games.
I don't need your help to get me the information. What I'm trying to get is a straight answer from you, like, have you seen the FDEP toxicology report?
From 2012.
And that's not my question. Have you seen the 2012?
At this point, I'm not.
So you did not yourself ask for any follow-up testing after you saw the FDEP report?
I did suggest that we do follow-up testing a number of times.
So then you saw the toxicology report?
You've asked me that question 4 times. I've tried to be honest with you. You're trying to twist some words to get me.
No, sir. No, sir. I asked you 4 times
of?
because you refused to answer. And I'm asking you, as vice chairman at the time, have you ordered further testing? Have you seen the document? And can you understand why the citizens and taxpayers along the canal and lake would be so upset knowing that month after month and time after time that Joanne Mulvaney says there's an FDEP toxicology report and there's been no follow-up ordered and you were vice chairman? Can you understand why the voters would be upset with you? Three weeks ago we met for lunch and I asked you about the 2012 FDEP report about the toxic cyanobacteria in Sunrise Waterway and Sunshine Lake, and asked you why you hadn't asked for further testing. And then you said you were going to find out if the county had done further testing. Did you find out?
Yeah, and I sent you an email on that.
No, you sent me an email that you would find out and get back to me.
Well, I thought you should have gotten it. We sent the follow-up email. I'll check on that tomorrow.
So did the county follow up and find out if there are toxic cyanobacteria in Sunrise Waterway and Sunshine Lake?
I sent you a copy of the report, and I sent you a follow-up email, and I'll check on those tomorrow.
You sent me a copy of what report?
Of the information that you requested, we sent you that, and then we sent a follow-up email.
Okay, I didn't get any email.
Okay, I'll check on that tomorrow.
Did you look at the report?
Yes.
And was there testing for toxic cyanobacteria in Sunrise Waterway?
I don't have the report in front of me. What the report did allude to, it alluded to, from what I understand, and I think you know this, some hypothetical conditions that could have created a situation. And I don't want to, quote it because I don't have it in front of me.
Was that the 2012 report?
I'm not sure which report it was now. I'd have to go back and check. I will go ahead. I will check on that tomorrow. I'll take a look at what emails we sent you, and I'll have them send you a follow-up email on that.
Okay, as I said, I didn't get a follow-up. I didn't get any email from you.
I understand that you had problems today with someone getting your emails, Susan's emails. Someone mentioned that.
No, actually, the county was blocking my emails. In 2012, when the initial report came out that there were possibly toxic cyanobacterias, and I asked you at the time, 3 weeks ago, did you ask for any follow-up on that? You couldn't answer me. So I'm going to ask you again, did you ask for follow-up testing on possible toxic cyanobacteria in the lake and safeguard the health of those people?
I answered that question for you, and I'll answer it again because obviously you don't remember. What I said is I did request follow-up testing.
You did?
And I sent you an email outlining all of that.
Did you request
Check
that?
on it tomorrow.
Excuse me. Did you make that request in writing?
I believe I made it during a weekly meeting, and I've also answered that for you when we met.
So you made it verbally?
That is correct.
And who was that to?
It was to the county administrator.
County Administrator
also-
Sandrock?
Yes, and we went over this before as well, Scott.
No, we didn't go over that
No,
because
we
Susan was
didn't.
here, and because every time I asked you, and as you remember, Commissioner, I filmed it, and I asked you 4 times, and you came up with 0 answers every
Check
time.
to see if we got it.
Okay, so you asked the county administrator
To
in
do
a public
further
meeting
testing.
to do follow-up testing.
Scott, I've answered this before. I'll
No,
answer it
you
again.
didn't.
Miss-
I just said-
Commissioner, I don't mean to be
excuse me.
impolite, but this is a serious issue.
I'm in the middle of a sentence. You give me the courtesy.
Yeah, I do give you the courtesy, sir. And I waited an hour to ask my question, and I didn't mind waiting for these folks because this is a serious issue, and I know some of these folks. But it's a serious question, and I'm asking. So we met at the restaurant, and you told me you were going to send me emails about the follow-up testing on the 2012 FDEP report. And you said you'd sent me the emails, and I said you hadn't, and I went and got a public records request that there was no email sent from you. I've already seen that. That's not what I'm asking about. I'm asking about the 2012 FDEP toxicology report that said there was a Cyanobacteria bacteria in the water. And I asked you before if you had asked for, because you were vice chairman at the time, and I asked you if you did any follow-up testing. Asked for any follow-up testing that was recommended because they ran out of waters to sample, and you said you weren't sure. And I said, it's, how often do you get a report that says there's possibly toxic bacteria in the water, and shouldn't you automatically ask for testing? And then you said there was some testing. I said, please send it to me. I waited a couple weeks to meet you again. You said you sent it. You never sent it. And I'm still waiting. It's 2 months later. And so I'm asking, why did you not...
Did you say that you tried to have a meeting with me and...
I met you in here
At the
last
last
month,
feedback
and you said you had
meeting.
sent it to me, and I said you hadn't sent me. I got no email from you. You said it multiple times that you had, so I had to make a public records request. Public records request said there was no email sent to me with the testing, with the information.
Yeah, I thought, I'm really not sure what you're looking for, because I thought you were looking for an update on the testing that is being done by Adkin.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
No, Commissioner,
Okay.
in the restaurant, I asked you 4 times, and 4 times you would not answer me. I said, did you ask for any follow-up testing on the 2012 FDEP report that said there was a Cyanobacteria bacteria in the water?
What report is that again, the 2012?
The FDEP 2012 toxicology report that was given to the county when you were vice chairman that said there were possibly toxic oscillatoria bacteria. There were 60 kinds of bacteria in the water, many of them known to be toxic to man, the subspecies.
And what body of water are we talking about?
Sunrise Waterway,
Okay.
Sunshine Lake. But beyond that, you were here when the 2012 FDEP report stated those bacteria were in the water, and I want to know why you would not ask immediately for follow-up testing. I just did. Why would you not ask for testing?
I think
Again, last time, Commissioner, because you seem to refuse to want to answer the question. In 2012, you were told that there were possibly toxic bacteria in the water, and you did not ask for follow-up testing like the report said. They needed more sample water. You were vice chairman at the time. You have decades of experience, as you like to tell everybody. You have all this experience in government, and yet you don't ask for follow-up testing.
I said I will check on it.
You
I
said
think
that
that's
the
clear.
last 2 or 3 times you've been asked for it.
Last 2 meetings we've had, you said you're going to check
And now you're
out.
acting confused about it.
Why didn't you ask for a report, Commissioner? Why didn't you ask for follow-up testing? So anyway, it's clear that you didn't, to me, that you didn't ask for any testing at the time. Christopher Constance, the doctor, apparently has not asked for, nobody. Mr. Sandrock, who's the county administrator, did not ask for it. Even the county attorney, who's supposed to be watching out for these things and protecting the interest of us taxpayers, asked for no further testing. And now we're on the hook. Now this law firm is going to be suing the county for violations of the Clean Water Act. Aren't you responsible in large part for that? And you're vice chairman, and you, with nothing that you can show me that you asked for follow-up testing, aren't you partially responsible for the county being sued?
Didn't we do follow-up testing?
You keep saying that every time, and yet 2 months later you can't produce one document saying that you did.
Okay.
And a minute ago you said, oh, I think we did ask for testing. I'll
believe we
look
did,
on
right.
that.
The question isn't
Scott.
you asked for testing, the question is what testing? Did you do testing? And this is what I've asked you probably a dozen times now. Did you do follow-up testing on the oscillatoria? That seriously. When will I have answers from you? You even told me that you emailed me, and I have a public records request saying you did not send me that information. So your credibility is not exactly, up there.